Hello and welcome to the final screencast. So we are going to be pushing our application to GitHub and then to Heroku. But before we do that, I want to point out to something that's going to be very helpful for you. So if you go to my GitHub page /KCNY, so it's github.com/KCNY, click on repositories and blog 522. And I want to point you to the application folder right there, app, and then go to the views. Under the shed, go to the header. Okay, so this is the header, and make sure you have all of these links in there, especially the the device ones also. See, so we have device starting from. Let me see. So we have this if signed in. I think at the top here there should be a device for the sign in. Okay, no, it's down here. Okay, so if you're not signed in, you have this. But in any case, just go ahead and make yours similar to mine. Make sure you have the links, especially the device ones, which are the last ones from line 21 through 26. Those are device. And what those give you is this. Let me go to my, there we go. So it gives you this. So you're able to log in. That's what those links do. Let me go to that one. I just say okay, I didn't type in my password properly. Okay, so as you can see, it changed right after now it says logged out. So that's what this is doing. This is my how my source code looks so far, and it's on GitHub if you want to look at it and get an idea of what I did. And I had showed you this in my local repository right here, which you can see it's the same ones that we're seeing. And if we go to excuse me, if we go to the file tree, if we just look at the file tree, it's right here. Say it's under up. The same thing we did in GitHub views. We went to posts. Actually, we didn't go to posts. We went to shared, and then it was this one, right? That's the one we're seeing right now. I'm gonna close my file tree, and then we will move on to the next thing, which is let's set up device, so we could so we can push to Heroku. If you try to push to Heroku, you might have run into something like this, like an error message when you push to Heroku. Okay, so it's talking about how you need to add the following to your device initializer, and that's what we're going to be taking care of, making sure that you can push your application to Heroku. But first, one other thing I wanted to point out is if we go to the views in our posts, and I think it is the show. Okay, in line number 10, we need to fix the post there. It has to be add post because that's what's coming in. So you see, it's the, so I'm going to go to FP and just put an add sign there. That way we have the correct variable for the posts. Okay. The next thing we want to do is open our device.rb file under the initializers. So it's config initializers device. The whole path is shown again down there on my left, and we're going to type in the following. So this is what is it was complaining about. Let's remove that. Let's go to the end. Okay, I'm just gonna type in everything from scratch. Okay, so we want to type in the following: config dot secret and then you want to put in an underscore there, secret key, right? Config dot secret key equals. So we're going to do that. Okay, so if you look at line 12, that's what we want to type in. And I'll just escape that. So config.secret key equals Rails application credentials secret key base. All right. And then the next thing we want to do is to get our master key. And the way we do that is we just go to our terminal. Let's move over to, let me go to a free terminal here. And then we want to type in cat config master key. Okay. And then hit return. Hit return and you will see your master key. Okay, once you get your master key, you want to copy it, and it's going to be this, something like this. It's going to be this number. But before the number, you're going to write the following. You write Heroku config set Rails master key equals. So you wanna put this in front of your key, your master key that you're getting from Rails after running the code that I just showed you. Okay, and then that will set your master key with Heroku. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Okay, now we're going to push our project to GitHub, and then we're going to push it out to Heroku. And the reason why you are not seeing what I'm returning is because it's very important to not share this master key with anybody else. This is the secret key to your application, and you don't want to be sharing it with anybody. So that's why I was only showing you the commands, and I would not show you the returns, because that would mean that you are going to see my master key, and I don't want to show my master key. And I would ask you to do the same. Don't share your master key with anybody, okay? Unless maybe it's someone who you're working with on the project. So the next thing is we want to do is let's run a git status on this and see what we've done. And this just shows us what the files that we worked on. We touched the show file and we touched the initializer. So we're going to type in git add, git commit. Then we just say prepare for deployment, or whatever it is that you want to add, and that might remind you later on when you're reading the these notes, okay, these commit messages. So the next thing is we git push, which is pushing to GitHub, and then the final push is git push Heroku. We're going to Heroku here. You might type in master if this is your first time pushing to Heroku, but if it's not, you don't have to. And then we type in git push Heroku, and then let's see how this goes. Okay, our application has been pushed to Heroku. The next thing we want to do is run the migration. Heroku run Rails DB migrate. So any new changes that we have made to our development database are going to be done also in Heroku. Okay, it looks like it's done. Let me just hit enter, and yeah, we are done. And then let's type in Heroku open to open up our application. And there is our application. It's live on Heroku, and we can view here. We can log in, but we have to create a new user. So I'll do the same thing. Remember, this is in development now. I'll just say put in my password there, and then there we go. And we don't have any posts right now, but you can create your posts here. Being that we're logged in, we should be able to see the forms. And this is the part that I'd ask you to work on using Bootstrap. So that's your assignment to make this project beautiful. We're going to stop here, and then we will be working on other different things. And if ever I have an update to this application, I will post it, and it'll be on my website, which is going to be right here where I have all the screencasts for this project. Just type in zambezi.app, and this is where everything is going to be. For more on this screencast, please feel free to visit my website, go to videos. You can also go to articles. I also write at least once a month on web development, Ruby, Rails, and so forth. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. That is it. This wraps up our project. Take care. Goodbye.